At the time of me writing this, the beta for Battlefield 6 has officially wrapped up, and I have to say, it was freaking amazing. My goodness, I haven't been this excited for a game since Battlefront 2, and today we're going to go over why that is. So join me today as we take an in-depth analysis on why the new Battlefield 6 beta was so freaking awesome. Battlefield is a long-running series, going all the way back to 2002. This series is built on one specific concept: large-scale, multiplayer, tactical military sandbox FPS. So with that in mind, how does this new installment hold up to what came before? First things first, my personal experience with the open beta. When I first started the beta, I admit, it was difficult for me to properly enjoy the game. However, once I got used to the controls and started improving on my aim, I really came to enjoy the game. I enjoyed the large-scale modes as well, along with smaller soldier-only game modes. I feel like the two game modes complement each other very well, and despite what many people say, close quarters has always been part of Battlefield's bread and butter, and I'm really glad to see it return here. This game is fast-paced, but what sets it apart from other shooters is that a lot of the emphasis is placed on teamwork and playing tactically. Not any hardcore teamwork like Overwatch, but a more casual style of teamwork. Sure, if your aim is good, you can just ignore tactics altogether and just run around and shoot at anything that moves, and some people can get away with that. But for the majority of us who aren't cracked at shooters, us schmucks rely on teammates. And once I shifted my gameplay style to this mindset, I started enjoying the game way more than I did before. Instead of mindlessly storming the same objective, dying over and over again in the process, I followed my teammates and supported them where I could, taking cover and putting genuine thought into every combat scenario. It really sells that fantasy of being some nameless grunt, being a cog in a greater war machine. And what makes this experience really immersive is the absolute stunning visuals. This game is really beautiful and the environments are really detailed. From the buildings to the streets, everything shows that a great amount of thought and care went into each map. Even the backgrounds immerse you in the world, with jets and rockets flying in the background and the absolute carnage. It makes you feel like each map is only a small fraction of the wider battle that you're participating in. It's really good stuff. And a nice change from 2042's maps, which had no battles happening in the background whatsoever, making you feel like the battlefield is sometimes completely empty. And what I find really brilliant about this beta is that it really shows that the developers are growing to have a better understanding on what Battlefield is about. I mean, take the absolute dire state of 2042's beta as an example. I mean, that game was basically unplayable at launch. Constant glitches, crashes, bad map design, bad gameplay, basic features were missing entirely, like the scoreboard. Broken hit detection, broken weapons, broken everything. The game was just a complete mess. But here, not only does the game have all the basic features, but it really feels like a Battlefield game this time. I think the devs have really pinned down what makes a Battlefield game play well. Now, although a controversial opinion, I don't really think Battlefield works that well if you just crank the scale up. Bigger maps just lead to a ton of empty space, which can make the battlefield seem almost empty at times, as discussed previously. Meanwhile, in Battlefield 6, it always feels like you're walking in an active war zone. Granted, the one side effect from this is that enemies can flank you pretty easily to shoot you in the back. However, that just adds to the whole strategy gimmick of this game. You don't want to get shot in the back? Have a teammate cover your flank. Simple as. The community's reaction to the beta has been wonderful to see. After two tragic installments, it's nice to see that people finally have hope again for a Battlefield game. And so many people have been sharing their own experiences with the game. One of my favorite being Riley CS, who, to put it frank, her aim is just absolutely cracked. It's truly an impressive feat of skill. I almost thought she was cheating at the start, which led me on a rabbit hole to discovering the wonderful aim community. It's truly fascinating, all the tactics and strategies that she uses to make her gameplay look so amazing. I'll make sure to make a video on it in the future. It's a truly fascinating topic. Additionally, since this game works on casual teamwork, it's the perfect game to play with your friends. The beta was also the perfect opportunity for me to finally get into the series proper, with the only experience I had previously was give or take around about 2 hours in Battlefield 3 and 2042 combined, with about 4 hours in Battlefield 1, all via Xbox Game Pass. But now, me and many other newcomers are absolutely hooked on the series. I'll be buying the game when it releases in October, and until then, I'll probably go back and play Battlefield 3 and 2042 to entertain me during that gap. So in short, I have overall enjoyed the Battlefield 6 beta. The gameplay is fantastic and the game looks phenomenal. And on top of all of that, me and Goo had an absolute blast playing with one another. Going all tactical and strategizing and stuff, it was truly spectacular. Truly, I can't wait for the full release. This game, dude, it has awakened something in me again. A part of me I thought was gone. This game brought me back to when I was 15, when I had endless free time and I spent it playing Battlefront 2016, Battlefront 2 and Overwatch. I only got to play the second weekend unfortunately due to school, but oh boy did I spend that time well. All 21 hours of it. And with that, that's it. That is my personal experience with Battlefield 6 beta. If you enjoyed this video, then you may enjoy my other video essay on Peach Beach Splash. Another shooter that can be more fun than you might think. Thank you for watching and I'll see you boys in the next video. Bye bye. Mwah.